Hi everyone, welcome to another episode by Poor Man Gamer. Today we're gonna go through different strategies you can use to win matches in 3-tile maps. So 3-tile maps sometimes give a lot of players headaches because they feel like there's a lot of different things to contest. So first thing you gotta do is analyze the map. Is it a big map? Is it a small map, right? This map's a little smaller, so there are times where opening with a harvester could be a disadvantage. I play the numbers here, and for the most part, I don't get rushed. I try to move my Nod Buggy actually down in a way to contest that tile that's closest to him. But I made a bad mistake, and I accidentally crossed the path of the buggy, of the Scarab. That's what I meant to do, right? A little bad micro for me at the start. Because again, with Scarabs, one of the best ways is to try to jump on the tile. So right now I have the tile control, and he's pretty much dead in the water. He's not doing much of anything right now. In a 3-tile map, one of the keys, there's two different ways of winning. The first way of winning is to try to get that missile going at all times and win the missiles. The second way of doing it, it's to win that first missile and actually rush the enemy base and just smack them, right? Those are fewer and far in between. I don't have many great examples of them. I had one earlier, but I accidentally got rid of the video. So as you can see on the top, got rid of his Scarabs, tile blocked him, and I got myself a win. I rolled out a Giga Cannon because his Scarabs aren't really doing much of anything, right? I should have moved my Nod Buggy on the bottom a little bit earlier. I didn't. He was able to get one shot off on my Harvester. Very important, if you do get attacked by a Scarab on your Harvester, just move it out of the fire so he doesn't roast to death. I back out my Giga Cannon on the top, and yeah, with this deck there aren't actually that many great synergies. Usually if you're using a Giga Cannon, you want to use the Oxana Charge Up. I didn't have it because my daily challenge at the time was using Tiberium missiles, using Jade, so I thought I'd just get rid of it that way. I'm rolling my tank to the pressure to the top, so sometimes you guys are gonna encounter this situation. You roll out a tank and the opponent just rolling out Banshees. What do? Well, there's no point in running away with a tank. Might as well pressure the Harvester and pound and give him some damage, right? Every little bit counts. And as you notice here, because he's so distracted by my tank, my Banshee was able to jump on and start attacking his Banshees for free. Now I've got 2 missiles. He lost his first one. He's totally dead in the water. The game's over. So in this strategy here, I just rushed that missile as quick as possible, and I pressured him after winning that first missile, and we were able to pick up easy win. In this second video here, it actually got a little bit tougher. I actually lost that first missile. I believe Azok Empire is one of those clans that are pretty active and with really good players. So this guy knew what he was doing, right? And most of his units were higher level than mine as well. So we're going to go ahead. This is a big map. Map analysis, number 1. Very big map, so I open with a Harvester. If they rush and I have my Harvester there, I still have time to build up an economy, right? So we're going to speed up. I open with a Buggy to scout, and he opens with a Cyber Wheel. This is the first time I've seen the Cyber Wheel. Very cute unit, only level 6. I'm guessing he's playing around with it. So first mistake here. I should have moved my bike down one more tile. I didn't, and look at this mistake here. I kept moving my bike for no reason, and I took 3 shots, lost the bike, when I could have contested him. So right away, I get off to a bad start. I engage him with my Buggy because it's all I have right now. Instead of going a level 10 bike against a fully charged up level 11 bike, I go ahead, and I'm not sure if you guys saw that. I used a Scorpion tank. I attack the bike with the 2 bikes first, then go for the one with the 1. The Harvester can take a little bit of a beating. You want to try to eliminate the strong unit first, especially when it comes to bikes. Get rid of those 3 units, mull it down 2, so it's a lot easier to for you to handle. And you can see there, easy way to handle it. So now it's interesting because I actually roll out with a double Harvester, knowing that in every single unit he's rolled out, he has a level advantage. I know I can't beat him heads up, right? I can't pressure him because I can't crack through his defense. So I do everything I can right now to stall out this missile. I barely stall it out. I thought I was going to be able to steal it. He rolls out his bikes. So this is mistake number 2 now. What I should have done was move my bike to the top earlier to attack his weaker Cyber Wheel. But instead, I rolled it down. I rolled it a little split second late. Couldn't do enough damage on it. And so I'm trying my best to contest. I roll out another Scorpion tank. because I have that double harvester, I'm doing everything I can to try to contest it. Unfortunately, lost this first missile. But I do have 2 tanks now, and 2 tanks against 1 is pretty good. I try to move up my bike just a little bit more, I believe. There you go. So I constantly pressure. I'm doing the best I can to keep pressuring him. I have 2 harvesters, so it's giving me the economy advantage. The reason why I built a double harvester against this player is because he has stronger units. So I figured the more units I send out, the better off I'm going to be, right? Just beat him by numbers. So as you can see here, he rolled out a double harvester now because he realizes that he needs that economy advantage. I was able to snipe one of his harvesters, which gave me a big lead. I accidentally opened a air tower earlier on for no reason because I thought I had banshees, and turns out this deck didn't. My daily challenge was using avatars, so I figured, you know, I'll give it a try. So I'm go ahead right now. I'm trying to pressure him as best I can. As you can see, he's got a weak cyber wheel at the top. The missile is halfway there, so now I'm going to go ahead and use my bike and pressure him a little more. I'm not sure why I moved my harvester there. Wrong click of a button, I guess. So now we get more pressure on his harvesters. Right, I know he's got a weak one on the bottom, so I'm trying my best to go down there and finish it off. I send it off. Boom, there it is. I know for sure I cannot lose a second missile. I'm finally able to roll an avatar, but look, out comes his basilisk. So it's a very good thing that I actually had, what do you call it? Phantoms, right? And as you can see here, the avatar was actually able to snipe that harvester. It gave me a bit of an advantage here. My exploding avatar took out his bikes, so that allowed me to buy me a little bit more time. And right now I'm on all 3 tiles, and I get it just in time, right? And sometimes matches are going to be really close. Again, I roll out my avatar because it counters his cyborgs really, really well. I don't know why I rolled my avatar to the top knowing there was a basilisk there. As you can see here, I finally use a bit of brains and move it down. I kept my tank there because, you know, it's not really doing much of anything. It's kind of stalling out the missile. I'm trying my best to pressure his harvesters. His basilisks at level 10 are really, really powerful. As you can see, it takes quite a few shots of my phantom. So what do you do with your avatar now that it's just standing around? Well, you know, do what you can to, boom, snipe another harvester. I love the fact that avatars explode. Right now, I roll up my flame troops because they do tremendous amount of damage against his cyborgs. And my avatar, I don't have an economy for it at this time. I have no harvester, but I have enough economy. I don't really care anymore. I'm just trying to jump on all 3 tiles where possible. Fortunately, I was able to get in 2 of them. The 3rd missile ticks by faster, and in this case, I was able to win by contesting the missiles. So really, that's the strategy to try to win this 3 tile maps, is to do the best you can to micro units around. And engage them where necessary, right? It's usually not a good idea to keep any units stationary for a long time because it's really, really easy for the opponent to challenge you. Oops, I accidentally opened a two tile map there. Let me see, here was another good example. So here's one. This guy was interesting. He actually rolled up with an Orca open. I thought that was kind of silly of him. And I'll show you why. So sometimes, guys, you are going to see pressure with the enemy rolling out for, with an Orca. I'm going to try my best to slow down the video where I can. So first off, I open with my standard harvester open. I build a rhino, and I see that he's got a drone. This already signals in my head, does he have an Orca coming? Because nobody opens with a drone anymore. There's the Orca. So watch really carefully what happens here. I open my Pitbull. I do not charge blindly at the Orca. I know he is tempted right now by my harvester. Let him hit the harvester. If I lose my Pitbull, I have nothing to contest him with. So you notice how here I use my Pitbull, and I carefully keep it stacked on top of the harvester. So I'm attacking his Orca, but his Orca isn't targeting the harvester. Right? It's very, very hard to select 2 of the same units on the same tile. So right away, I was able to survive his Orca rush. If he sniped my Pitbull first, I don't believe I would have been able to come back. People open with an Orca open does not have a harvester because it's too expensive. So I immediately push my way forward with my own Pitbull. I also open a Predator tank because they do a fantastic job in hitting harvesters. They hit hard, they hit fast. I know right now he's trying to be silly and beat me by jumping on all 3 tiles, except those Pipples, those drones are incredibly weak. They've been nerfed pretty hard. I keep my tank there and I keep attacking his base because every little bit of damage counts, right? My tank isn't doing anything. It's not contesting a missile. The missiles are ticking along just fine. So I again focus on his harvester, right? I have enough of an economy now to roll out a hammerhead, which is going to do even more damage against his orcas. And I notice he's got an air deck, so hammerheads are going to do really well. Again, he is trying to jump on all 3 tiles. There's a reason why I open with 2 hammerheads in this case. It's because hammerheads can actually hit the enemy base pretty hard over time. I again pressure his harvester. I'm gonna get this first missile for sure. And as you can see here, I'm just using my hammerhead to keep attacking his base. Right? I'm keeping him distracted. I should have moved my hammerhead a little earlier because I didn't need both of them there. I was a little slow in my micro. I charge it up, and this is the 3rd scenario I was talking about, or the 2nd scenario, sorry, where you can beat the opponent by rushing their base. Right? This is very effective if you have a hammerhead, you really roll them out, you're not doing anything with them. So yeah, a couple different ways that you can win on a 3-tile map. I'm not sure if I have another good example. I'm going to see if I can show you one of my losses actually, because I believe the guy microed it really well. I think it was him. Yep. Perfect example. So I'm going to show you guys how I didn't contest the missiles well. The opponent did a lot better. And for that reason I lost. But we can always learn from losses as well. So let's take a look here. And this will be the last playthrough, the replay. So I open with my harvester. I open with a buggy just to scout him out. I see he's got a harvester. So we do the usual song and dance, right? I'm actually going to see things from his perspective just to see what it looks like. He's opening with a tank, which is a smart move. I'm protecting my harvester. I'm going after his bike first because I don't want my harvester to take on more damage. And now I'm engaging his scorpion tank. He rolls out a 2nd one because he sees that I have a not buggy just running around in circles. What's my objective? Trying to keep that missile charged, right? In this game, I am really trying hard to get this missile. So I go ahead and I engage his tank 2-on-1. He's still going after my buggy. He's able to get it, but I have 2 tanks. And I believe I was able to get this. I don't remember if I was able to get this missile or not. No, he rolls out a Banshee, which is very smart of him. And now my tank is pretty much dead in the water. I didn't know that at the time, right? So if you take a look here, I had no idea. I'm just jumping on 2 tiles trying to win. I see that mistake there, that split second. I probably had a chance to steal that missile. I was acting like an idiot. I rolled out 2 tanks prematurely, and now I finally roll out a Phantom. Problem with this deck with the Avatar, and the reason I'm using the Avatar is just because my daily challenge had an Avatar, it was almost done anyway, is it's so expensive. If you can't get an economic advantage, or you get a 2-tile win, like a double harvester, sorry, then it puts you in a bind. So I'm going to open up the whole map here so you guys can see what I'm seeing. I roll up my Phantom. He got a whole bunch of bikes now. As you can see, Phantoms are pretty much useless once you take once the opponent knocks out have no more air units. So my Phantom's done. He's got a bunch of bikes. Again, he's pretty smart. He basically baits me into building anti-vehicles units like a tank, which is effective against bikes. Then he immediately rolls out with his Banshees. I'm not too concerned about his Banshee attacking my base on the top because Banshees don't do a lot of damage. Right, I just need to do enough, and I believe he actually did it just to distract me. I'm trying to jump on all 3 tiles here. I don't know why my Phantom stopped 1 tile short. I'm trying to micro my units around, and as you can see, I did have an advantage, but I rolled out my Phantom. I kept moving it around for no apparent reason, and look, still not attacking, Bad micro there. Now he's got 2 tiles, and I got 1. I think I just a bad micro, and that was the end of the game. So, as an effective strategy for 3-tile maps, Banshees are actually pretty good because they're quick, they take out vehicles, which is what most people use to contest the middle. And I hope you guys were able to gain something out of this video. Really, to summarize, 2 strategies. You could either get that missile going as quick as possible and win it, or you can base rush them. So guys, thank you for watching, and as always, I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Thank you.